All right, welcome back to Sports Dungeon. You can see we're talking with Marty Burlsworth, and we're talking Brandon Burlsworth football camps. Now, when we came out of the last segment, we were talking a little bit about, we're going to show some things of what happened, and so we're going to have Ian bring up these photos of camp of last year, both out at Harrison and in Little Rock. And Marty, kind of talk about what we're seeing in these photos.
Okay, all right. There's Anthony Lucas and Jason Allen, last year's camp. These are all from last year. Some of these are Harrison, some of them are Little Rock. But these guys were working with, hanging on to the football. I believe we run a drill down through there where they walk down through and then the kid, they're demonstrating, how to hold on to the ball, how to put the pressure on the ball. There's Jodine Davenport talking with the kids. Wade Grayson there was with us last year there at FS Garrison Stadium. And who we got here? I'm trying to see. That may be Clark.
I was going to say, it looks like Zach Clark.
Zach Clark. Or no, it wouldn't be Zach Clark. Let's see. No, that's Jason Allen. Jason Allen. Good, working with the quarterback. So Jason Allen will be back here again. And in Little Rock, Ron Calcagney.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
That is.
Talked to Ron just the other day, so that's great. Here's Mark Stavely, was a deep snapper with the Razorbacks back when Richie Butler played, working with the campers here in Little Rock. Jason Allen here, this is in the Cash Center. This just demonstrates some of the use that we do with the Cash Center. This is now one thing that we always want to make sure of is that during breaks that these kids are given life lessons. That's what these coaches, that's what these players like to do is tell them. One thing they were going to talk about Brandon. To hear Anthony Lucas tell Brandon's story is just incredible. He'll tell the kids how Brandon walked on, and became a great player. And that they can do whatever they aspire to do as well. But we have breaks like that.
And coming from a guy who has a lot of gifted talent, played in the NFL. I mean, got the opportunity where Brandon was a kid who, if you read the book, may have been short on talent, but boy, there was nobody had the heart that Brandon and worked as hard. And actually, he took the kids, the players. Who had all the ability and maybe didn't work as hard, showed them guys, you got to put the time in.
Right.
I mean,
exactly. Yeah, that just shows you,
Right.
And then like that, you brought up a point there. There's a poster that came out a few years ago that was given out on game day. Had different parts of like Super Razorback, had different parts. The arm was maybe Ron Calcagney. Right. The legs were Darren McFadden, and the heart was Brandon. So that the university put that out. Yeah. So that was cool.
And that makes a big deal. Well, let's talk a little bit. We're June 1st. It's Friday. Registration goes pre-registration goes up till the 25th.
May 25th.
$35 for you to come to camp. After that, it's going to be $45.
After that, it'll be $45. We take late registration or day of camp. We really do like people to, if they can get that in early, then you can do it online. It's real easy there at BrandonBurlsworth.org. Just click on the football camp registration. We have certificates. We do like to pre-print those. One thing, they look a lot nicer, but we have some ladies there that'll write their name in if they don't.
That, and then they get a T-shirt.
Got a T-shirt. We're better prepared that way as well.
And that's really it's not because they want to know or you commit. It's because they want to give the kids.
We want to be prepared as well as we can to give them the best experience.
Because you'd hate for a kid who, if he's in the third grade and he wears a small and you only got and you buy extras and you only got extra large youth. You would hate for the kid to have looks like a nightshirt. First shirt that he could wear.
And
out
we try not to let that happen. But
stranger things have happened.
Yeah, that's right. When you register in advance, you're almost guaranteed that that you're going to have the right size. Not 100%, but almost. But we've got a great bunch of guys coming. Seth Armbrust. Seth was a great special teams player, just graduated this year. Seth will be here. He actually won the Brandon Burlsworth Award at the University of Arkansas 2 or 3 weeks ago at the Hogs piece.
At the Hog, yeah.
At that Broderick Green will be here. So in talking with Broderick, he'll be here, and he'll also be in the Little Rock camp. Broderick lives in Little Rock. And then we've got, our Michael Smith, the regular cast, Jonathan Louise. Just a great group of guys. Freddie Burton was here last year, will be back. So Freddie does a super job, has a great time with the kids.
And all of these guys are here, they want to share their Razorback story. They want to talk about how Brandon impacted them, because he still makes an impact today.
Sure.
On the Razorback level. And what happens is, on your case, and the administration who's over there running it, AD Jeff Long has been real supportive of what he does. Now, a lot of it is dictated about who the head coach is. And have you had a chance to talk with the new head coach?
I spoke with him at the Hogs Feast just briefly, and I'll be going over and talk with him for a little bit. He's a great guy, and we're looking forward to a real good year with him. And we've got our kids that we'll have down on the field prior to kickoff at all the Razorback home games. So we like to go over that with the head coach and see if they've got any ideas, any concerns, anything. But I know Coach Smith's just a super guy, and he's always been very supportive.
Let's talk about this too, because Brandon's all about letting every kid come. I know that if $35 or $45 is a hardship, get in touch with you.
Get in touch with us.
I'm telling you. It really, do not let $35 stop your kid from experiencing 4 hours of prime time enjoyment and getting some true life lessons and some football experience of spending some time with the Razorbacks.
Yeah, absolutely. We've and we just want to thank all the businesses around Harrison here and individuals that have donated scholarships. We don't want to leave a child out. This is for everyone. It is a paid camp. It's a nominal fee. We want to keep it that way. But like you say, that sometimes that's tough. And the way it is right now, sometimes that $35 may be tough. Get in touch with us, and we have scholarships that are available for those children. And these businesses step up every year to make sure that happens.
And $35, you say, well, that doesn't seem like a lot. It's not, and you're not. I mean, you're trying to cover just your basic expenses that go. Having a T-shirt for kids is a cost. And I know that the people try to give it to you as cheap as they can, but there's still a cost associated with putting these camps on, and that's why that fee is so minimal. And we do not want anybody who wants to come. I mean, really. Please bring that kid out there and let them have a good. Boys or girls?
Boys or girls. Right. The boys or girls, and I'm glad you mentioned about the T-shirt. Jenny down at T-shirt.
Oh, she does my stuff too.
And I mean, it's a big supporter of the foundation. This gives us a tremendous rate on these T-shirts, and for whatever we need. And she's always been real supportive of that, and great to work with.
She does a fantastic job, and Dan and I were just talking about her today a little bit about. How she's got the heart to do everything.
Exactly
she cares about whatever she does. And if she believes in something and she believes in this, she will do whatever she can to keep that cost at as minimal as she can
no doubt about
for
it.
you and for the other things. And please understand there are some costs associated with bringing these guys up here. They'll do their. I mean, they're not paying them for your appearance time, but there are some expenses that go about getting them up here.
Right. We have some meal expenses, but we have a lot of that donated. We have hotels that we get at a very reduced rate. Some of it donated. The community steps up.
Right. And please understand, I'm telling you this because that's why the cost is so minimal. Because if you go to a half a day camp, and I'm not trying to knock any camp, but if you go to a football camp at the university. It's several hundreds of dollars to send your kid over there for a football camp.
It is,
and are not going to get as much one-on-one, as much interfacing your child with the former Razorbacks.
Oh yeah, and it's a big deal, especially I mean, as our players get a little older, some that Brandon played with, a lot of these. Kids may not know them as well. Now, Mom and Dad do. They know them real well.
We
know Ron Calcagney, absolutely. But, we have like Michael Smith coming out, and Broderick Green will be here,
Wade Grayson is probably a kid that you could ask real quickly. Austin Tate's another one. These guys can probably tell you that they came to camp when they were going to school here in Harrison. Wade was a Razorback. Austin's one now. Richie Butler was another one.
Absolutely.
These guys come out, play. Richie comes back and gives his time and his heart and soul back into this program because they believed and they're from Harrison and had a personal touch with Brandon.
Yeah, exactly. And it means a lot to and it means a lot to us for these Harrison guys to come back and be a part of that. And Coach Tice is involved still, and he'll be back here to run the camps. Chad Harbison, our head coach now, is real involved with the camp. He worked them last year. He had just got here last year, and he worked the camps last year. And the Harrison coaching staff want to thank them too for volunteering, to be out there and work, because it not only takes Razorback players, it takes some additional coaches takes all of us, and big volunteer group.
Let's talk about a couple of highlights of what goes on at camp. The autograph session is really, really cool.
Yes.
The announcing over the PA system is really, really cool. The high fives they get, these kids, I mean, this is personal one-on-one. I mean, they're as close as you and I are talking today, right, where they get with these Razorbacks.
Oh, yeah, exactly. You know, and the great thing about, and we actually for the first time did use the video board in Little Rock last year, but our video board here at FS Garrison Stadium, we announce the players. They run out on the field just like it's a starting lineup. They come out of the end zone, run out there, and their pictures up on the video
isn't that
board.
Great?
It is cool, and they like that. They like that. But we've got photos, action shots of all of them up on the screen, so that's cool. And then we have a really nice autograph session afterwards where we've got posters that have been printed for each year for these camps, and get autographs from all those players.
And that's great. I mean, they're one-on-one. They're writing them out. They're writing special notes to these kids, and this means a lot to these kids. You don't know the impression that somebody could do at this camp, and how great it is to interact with this. Let's go over real quick highlights because we're running out of time. Friday, June 1st. 8:30. Register. If you haven't registered, you show up day of 8 o'clock. Camp's going to start at 8:30.
Yeah, we'd like them to be there around 8 to start sign in. We try to get it moving quick, and it'll back up on us. So get there, around 8. We'll start signing in. Get you signed
Vicky
in.
will be going crazy.
Vicky will be going crazy. She will be. She'll be moving them through.
Camp will go till noon, and then they'll have the end where you'll do the signings and everything. It's well worth your time. $35. Enjoy. Yeah. Then the next day it's in Little Rock.
The next day it's in Little Rock. We'll be doing basically the same thing down there. One thing about what we do down there, though, we do the autograph signing in the air-conditioned Razorback locker room. So Razorback players especially like that. It's always usually very hot. Parents, if you want to come out and watch your kids interact with these players, feel free to do so. If you want to come out, bring your camera, come out and take some pictures, feel free to do so. Yeah. We want you to.
We want you to enjoy it your child to enjoy it, but you as a parent enjoy the time that's spent. There's a highlight there.
It's absolutely a highlight, no doubt about it.
Marty, I appreciate it. You coming by. Enjoy this camp every year. Friday, June 1st, we'll be out there having a good time. And I appreciate you stopping by and speaking with us.
All right, Lauren, thanks for having us.
No problem. Till next time, this has been the Sports Dungeon. I'm your host, Lauren Tepper. We'll see you.